Sigma males want women who value true love. These guys never play hard to get, they actually are hard to get because they don't let just anyone in. It's like to be in a relationship with an INTJ, so be sure to check it out as well. Men having a place of this sort will not be bound by custom and the desires of other people. They need to find a workable pace of their characters, and find a good pace genuine guys holding up behind these covers. A guy who won't leave you hanging, regardless of whether you call him in the night since you have a punctured tire, a family crisis, or need an advance. This is related to dating online too. While alpha males do so by climbing to the top and leveraging social structures, sigmas don't like to engage in power games or social politics. Every last one of these personality traits of a sigma male makes him very ready to draw in women. Everyone else is vaguely confused by them. All of these guys are nice guys in their own way. Don't be surprised if this man doesn't impress you right away because they are not big talkers. Many women are interested in dating a sigma male because he has a veil of mystery around him, and mystery always seems intriguing. Knowing the signs you're a sigma male will help you become one and learn how to look more attractive. They are quiet and serious, and such a guy doesn't say much, but when he speaks, he blows your mind. Do you like sigmas, or is some other type more to your liking? When it comes to analyzing things, whether it's people or experiences, these guys are experts, and what's more, they learn from them. Don't be surprised to find him on the dark side of the morality grayscale, and he might even be on the other side of other things too, such as the law. Such men are often well informed, naturally intelligent, and educated. This guy could love you more than anything, but he still won't want to spend all of his free time with you, which might give you a hard time, but keep in mind that he will never expect you to drop everything for him either. They're not the type to peacock around, nor are they likely to be pressed into a corner pretending not to exist. He likes to mingle just with the ones who get him, and he isn't prepared to burn through his time, vitality, and exertion on fellowships that have a termination date. Try not to misunderstand me. This doesn't imply that a sigma man will never settle on an inappropriate decision, since he is likewise a human being who commits errors. A sigma man realizes himself very well. Whatever the case is, things will never be boring if you hang out with one of these mysterious troublemakers. It seems most girls will be glad to start dating a sigma male. Maybe this guy doesn't lack social skills, but he doesn't like to be in social circles anyway. Sigma will always ask questions when he is interested in a topic. He actually hates popularity and never follows trends. You need to respect his boundaries and give him space and time. He doesn't like being the focal point of consideration, and that is the reason you will never observe a sigma male moving toward a girl first or accomplishing something clever that will make everybody take a gander at him. A sigma male is also very attractive to women. At the top of the socio-sexual hierarchy alongside the alpha, there is a male hierarchy, where men stratify themselves on a totem pole, and the higher up the totem pole you are, the more rewards of life, social and sexual, accrue to you. This is a guy who has no intention of blending in or being dominant in crowds, and don't be surprised by the small number of friends on his social media profiles. Still, if you are different from the woman I described, it might be best to give up on sigma males and try dating other personality types. The thing about sigma men is that they don't act shy. They truly are difficult to get, and they barely let anybody close to them. In fact, sigma and alpha males have much in common. The expectations of others don't concern these men, nor does tradition. They have their own thing and aren't messed with a social chain of command. It isn't impossible for sigma to make the wrong choices, it just doesn't happen that often. This is a guy who will never give you lots of compliments, engage in small talk, or use some empty phrases, and this because the traits of a sigma male include being quiet. Rather, what a sigma man needs is a one-of-a-kind girl who won't mix into the majority and who will interest and challenge him. A woman who has the ability to experience life all alone, without anticipating that he should spare her and take care of her issues. Sigma male versus alpha male. It is hard to be with him, but this is a choice of a strong woman, as well as his choice to stay with her. It sure won't be easy, but it will certainly be worth it. Still, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. His moxie originates from his certainty in the manner in which he takes a gander at himself. Now that we know the definition of a Sigma male, let's get a clear picture of who a Sigma male really is. All in all, they are loners, and such people don't need other people to give meaning to their lives. While the alpha male tends to need to be in control of others and the beta male need to be given orders and guidance, a Sigma male is usually just fine being left to himself. They can fit in anywhere, without bringing their expectations or pressures to the table. They live their own lives inside their heads and consistently take a shot at personal development. Even though they have the ability to attract women and can basically have any girl they want, the truth is that Sigma men take their love life very seriously and are not into modern dating practices. Sigma males are very adaptable but don't always use that skill. Truth be told, his feeling of self-esteem originates from inside, which makes his certainty practically unbreakable. They are speedy students and constantly inquisitive about their general surroundings. He will say only what is important and meaningful. However, this doesn't mean he doesn't have anything to state or that his communicational aptitudes are poor. The most obvious traits of the Sigma male are being low in extroversion and high in openness. As a matter of fact, they have a very high IQ, and you have their constant need for self-improvement to thank for that. He has the type of girl that he likes. He doesn't like games and blended signals and thinks of them as an exercise in futility and vitality, so don't put on a show with him, since that will pursue him away. And since women tend to mature faster than men, it's easy to understand the fairer sex's frustrations about their dating options. Their introverted personality gives them the empathy they need to connect with others on a higher level. However, the difference between him and every other person is that a Sigma man consistently gains from his disappointments and doesn't have the propensity for rehashing them again and again. These men are not windbags talkers, so they most likely won't dazzle you immediately. A Sigma male is intentional about who is in his life, including who he dates. After all, that doesn't mean he has poor communication skills, or that he has nothing to say. What's more, here is all that you have to think about this sort. Obstacles don't exist for this type, for which anything is possible, and he will accomplish anything he decides he wants to. Because they are so quiet, they often seem mysterious, and of course, that makes them an interesting challenge for us ladies. Wouldn't you be intrigued? Regardless of prevalent attitude, in all actuality, you can chip away at yourself and re-examine your sort of personality. An alpha male is a dominant extrovert and needs the approval of other people. They frequently fall into difficulty, and they don't see anything amiss with that. Be careful with the way that everything a Sigma male lets you know has a more profound significance and isn't without an explanation. Rather, he is really a terrible kid and an agitator in a mask who doesn't follow the social chain of importance. What girl wouldn't want to get inside the head of such a guy and figure out what he's all about? A Sigma male will gladly dethrone an alpha in a social setting if it suits their goals, or if they find the leadership of that alpha to be substandard. They are known for being highly capable of conquering any obstacles they encounter and rarely struggle in terms of having their needs met in any aspect of their lives. Are you tired of dating? Sigma males are very attractive to women. As a matter of fact, when you look at the hierarchy, they are at the top, alongside alpha males. Still, they are outside of this hierarchy by choice. Beneath the beta males are omega males, and those are the guys who are always the last ones and the weakest ones. He generally requires a great deal of individual space, which may even leave his accomplice feeling sincerely disregarded. That is exactly the type of man we are talking about. There are various shades of gray. When choosing a type of man, you're choosing what your own life is going to look like, so keep that in mind and choose the one that is best for you. We've all heard of alpha males and beta males, even omega males, but are you familiar with Sigma males? Alpha males and Sigma males share many personality traits, but they have their own ways of living their own lives. You will never find such a guy chasing a woman, nor will you find him with a different girl every time. Self-improvement is really important to them, and they seem as if they live in their own head. A guy whose guidance you need to tune into, and a guy who consistently ends up being correct. Here are all the main characteristics of this type of man. Still, if you are looking for a knight in shining armor, keep searching, as this is not a guy who wants just any girl. Comparing them to the gamma male, they are willing to go the extra mile in order to finish something. This guy is someone you can always count on, and he will help you no matter what. The clear takeaway for anyone dating a Sigma male is that you'll never change him.